Good morning, peeps. Good morning, good morning. Can you hear me okay? Service Recovery Queen, thank you for appreciating what I do. Good morning, everybody. Can y'all hear me? Okay, somebody says I sound great. I tried to go live the other day and YouTube kept shutting down the live. So here I am on a Saturday morning coming in for a few minutes. I got a hair appointment today. Going to get some love from Narada today. And I thought I would come in and say good morning to my peeps. Thank you about the road. Oh, I drank it all already. And I'm not going to do 2 cups today because, yeah, once I come back from getting my hair done, I want to get in the bed and have me a nice long nap. If I have another cup, I would be too wired for that nap. My sleep pattern has been way off since I injured my knees because, I spent so much time in the bed, and I'm still spending a lot of time sitting and in the bed because, I'm really trying to heal. Hey, Katrina, my moderator. Y'all say good morning to Katrina. What creamer do I use? Lately, I've been liking the silk creamers. They have one that's, I think it's oatmeal cookie, and they have another one that is creme brulee. That's what I've been drinking here lately. They're expensive because it's made with almond milk, but they are so good to me. So, yeah. That's what I've been using for my creamer. I don't use sugar when I have like flavored creamer. There's no need for sugar when you have flavored creamer. So yeah. Do you still have it? Yeah, I still have the TikTok page. They suppress my content over on TikTok heavily. I am heavily suppressed over on TikTok. Heavily suppressed over on TikTok. So, but I'm still over there because I told y'all I like to use I like their editing feature. No, I haven't tried mushroom coffee. No, thank you. I haven't tried mushroom coffee. Oh yeah. The longer my hair gets, the more it falls instead of spikes. So I'm thinking that I am at the length that I want to be at for a while because, yeah, if I don't have the spike look, I'm not going to be happy. I haven't tried the milk foam creamers. I'm not interested in that. Yeah, I'm not interested. I love my locks. My only regret is that I didn't lock my hair sooner. I should have, knowing what I know now, when I first went natural, it would have been best for me to go natural and then lock it up. But yeah, my mind wasn't right. It took me a minute to get into the natural phase. My mind had to awaken, my mind had to grow to get to the natural stage. And then it took just the amount of time to get into the lock phase. I had to deconstruct from society, white society, and their expectations of us. It's growth. It's growth. I go live. I just don't go live often because I it's hard for me to do it. Y'all have to remember that I still work a full-time job. I still work a full-time job. So Monday through Friday, I am working for someone else, 8 hours for someone else. So I don't have a lot of the free time that a lot of the other creators do because this is their content creation is their full-time job. My content creation is not my full-time job. So I don't have a lot of free time to do like I would love to do the Don Lemon thing. Don Lemon goes live every day to talk about the hot topics and all of that stuff. I would love to be able to do that, but yeah, I work a full-time job. So, yeah, I have the mindset of I need that security from a full-time job because you just never know how these sites will cut up on you one day. Mhm. Hey, Bougie Barbie, that's another one of my moderators. Y'all say good morning to Bougie Barbie. Yeah, I still have an old school mindset when cutting ties with a good job that gives you good pay and good benefits. I have not been able to cut ties with my job. I still remember Adpocalypse from YouTube. I was on YouTube with Adpocalypse happen. Y'all remember that? All of my old school YouTube watching people, y'all remember Adpocalypse when just out of the blue, a bunch of brands were complaining about the behavior of YouTube content creators and they didn't want their ads playing in these YouTube content creators videos. Y'all remember that? And so to appease the brands, YouTube just cut off content creators being able to make money by way of ad revenue. Y'all remember that? YouTube content creators were stuck for months. We called it adpocalypse. Stuck for months at receiving no ad revenue pay. YouTube just cut it off. I mean, they went to the extreme, just cut off content creators who were making money. It was their living, making money through ad revenue from YouTube. Yep, a lot of people ended up having to leave YouTube. A lot of people ended up having to go back into the workforce. And then YouTube slowly brought it back, but they brought it back with a whole bunch of restrictions and guidelines. You couldn't make this type of content. You couldn't make that type of content. When y'all, after the live ends, put in the search bar Adpocalypse on YouTube and see how so many people were fucked because YouTube just decided to cut it all out because the brands were complaining. Good morning, everybody. So yeah, I have not been able to relinquish my independence solely onto YouTube. I probably never will. Because if they could do it then, they could do it now. I mean, look what happened over on TikTok. TikTok started their creator program, and in the beginning of the creator program, you make videos more than a minute long. The video was eligible to obtain ad revenue. And then once TikTok noticed how much money they were shelling out to the content creators, then they started chipping away at it. They started adding, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. And people were fucked. Over on TikTok. And TikTok's content creator ad revenue program has never been the same since. Some people get lucky. You know, you get a video that goes viral and you get millions upon millions of views. You may make a few $100s from it. But TikTok will start to say, oh, you know, you didn't make any money because this wasn't eligible for the For You page, or these views only came from your friends and you can't make your friends group, so you can't make much. Child, they come up with all sorts of ways to demonetize the video. And I'm not putting my capability of paying my bills into these shady ass social media sites. Over on Instagram, I make no money over on Instagram. None. I make no money on Instagram. No money on Facebook. None. And I know some people are able to make money. How they are making money, I don't know. I just don't have the emotional bandwidth to try to figure out the algorithm to make money on Instagram or on Facebook. So yeah, I don't do lives regularly, and that's why, because I still work a full-time job. Exactly, catch my whiff. You get over there on TikTok and you say something that somebody doesn't like, they will go on an all-out vendetta to get you removed from TikTok. And TikTok, yeah, their community, it has gotten better, but their community guidelines reporting system is trash. You know how many accounts I've had banned over on TikTok? Those of you who follow me over on TikTok know. I think I've had 3. I'm on my 4th one. YouTube is better. They don't have, the people who watch you, they don't have the control on YouTube the way that they do over on TikTok. Whiskey's dreaming, y'all. So if you hear the barking, that's him. He dreaming, child. Yep. Black Velvet, yes. Doing what I do, coming in and debunking their fucking lies, yeah. They don't like that. They don't like that shit. They don't like it. And they got 3 accounts taken down. YouTube is the best anyway. There's more stability on YouTube. Even though I have, I'm jaded from the adpocalypse thing, YouTube is the best. They pay the best. They pay consistently. You follow the rules. You follow the guidelines. You are good on YouTube. They are the best. They don't play the games that TikTok plays. If they say this is how much you make per 1,000 views, that's how much money you will make from your video per 1,000 views. They don't go in and then stop your video views like TikTok does. TikTok will go in and stop. They will throttle your video so you can no longer make money through views. They will shut it down. Somebody gave me a super chat. Kristen Lawrence, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Deborah Aiken. I appreciate that. Good morning, everybody. We're just hanging out this morning. You like the creme brulee? Not super sweet, but it's so good on the tongue, isn't it? It's creamy. It is good. Try the oatmeal cookie, I think it's called. That's another one from Silk. It's not in that bottle. It's in a carton. Try that one. That one is good as well. That one is good as well. So what's going on, y'all? What else is going on? What have I missed? I heard Marjorie Taylor Greene is still talking over on 60 Minutes. What she went on to 60 Minutes for? Anybody know? Thank you, Dominique, for the super chat. Oh, this is my background. Nothing has changed about my background. It's just the because I record in portrait rather than landscape, you only get to see a small portion of the background. So Marjorie Taylor Greene is going, what was she talking about? Oh yeah, I saw that. That's not a surprise. I mean, we should have all expected that. He got rid of Juneteenth and MLK. I don't know how he's going to do that. That has to go through Congress for it to be a legal change. He got his executive order or whatever he's done. It gets rid of MLK Day and Juneteenth. And in place, it gives his birthday. It recognizes his birthday. Child, whatever. Wireless Sunday. Thank you for the super chat. Whatever. I believe that is a poke at still trying to get Black people out in the streets. We don't care. We don't care. I'm not going. I can't speak for all Black Americans, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not going out in the streets. I'm not putting my body on the line to march for nothing that he reverses or whatever. I'm not doing it. Mike Tyke, oh, thank you. I'm glad I'm able to keep you sane. A lot of what they're doing is to ignite civil unrest. And they know if Black people move, a whole bunch of people are going to move. Me, as a Black person, I'm not moving, especially when it comes to other POC and immigrant communities. I'm not doing it. I mean, if you've been watching my videos since he was sworn into office, it should be more than clear to you that how other POC communities feel about Black Americans in this country. And I will not put my body on the line for any other POC community. My knees are starting to feel like my knees again. Somebody asked about my knees. They're starting to feel like my knees again, but I'm still dealing with pain. It's going to take a minute. We started out learning about how the Hispanic community truly felt about the Black community. First of all of the exit polls clearly showed Black Americans how all other POC communities feel about us. We didn't need to see anything else outside of those exit poll numbers. Those exit poll numbers told us everything that we needed to know. And then once ICE got up and running and started going into the Latino communities, and they started with their marching and all of that jazz, and they started calling for Black Americans, where are the Black people? Why aren't you out marching with us? Bitch, we did our share. We did what we were supposed to do on November 5th, 2024. We voted for you. We went out into the trenches for you on November 5th. And you went out into the trenches to vote for white supremacy. But that's it. When I started infiltrating their communities, we really got a clear understanding of how these POC communities feel about Black Americans. They went into the voting booth, they sided with white supremacy, and now that they are feeling the heat, they're looking for Black people. They're looking for Black people to get out in the streets and march with them. And Black people say, no. You went into the voting booth and you chose your side, and your side that you chose was not with us. So, yeah, all of the talk, nothing infuriates me more now is hearing all of the talk from these different communities talking about we need to come together, we need to stop the division. Bitch, Black Americans were never divided. Black Americans wanted unity amongst POC communities. We've been wanting that for years, for decades. You chose to side with white supremacy. You didn't side with us. But now that you're feeling the heat, now we need to stop the division. They love to get, when I'm talking and calling shit out, they love to get down in my comment section talking about the CIA is really doing a number on Black communities. No, the CIA ain't doing nothing to Black Americans. The CIA put a number on y'all. Y'all were the one that fell for what the CIA and the FBI and all of the trolls were telling y'all about Black Americans. They told y'all that Black Americans was lazy. They told y'all that Black Americans were violent, and they told y'all you need to stay away from Black Americans, that y'all were better than Black Americans. That's what they told y'all, and that's what y'all believe, that Black Americans don't know who they daddies are. That's what y'all, and y'all so bold now that y'all talk about it all out in the open in lives all over social media. Y'all think we don't see y'all lives? Y'all think we don't hear what y'all be saying? We see y'all, we hear y'all. Meanwhile, the other part of your community is talking about we need to come together. Bitch, nope, we need to, but too much has been said, too much has been done to hurt me and my people. Hey, Crystal. Too much has been said and too much has been done. And the first thing to Black Americans coming together with these other groups of these other communities, the first thing, there is going to be an apology is going to be needed. An apology is going to be needed. Telling us that we need to stop the division, that shit is not going to work, bitch, because we were never trying to divide ourselves from POC communities. It was y'all separating yourself from us. And now that Black Americans are obliging, and y'all see that y'all can't get nowhere without Black Americans, now you're down in my comment section talking about we need to stop the division. Bitch, I'm obliging y'all. I'm giving y'all what y'all wanted. I don't wish any harm on y'all. I truly wish y'all the best of luck. It makes me sad. It really makes, I was watching the Woke Gardener this morning and listening to her talk about the situation. It was the first time that I really, truly felt heartbroken and sad about this, especially when it comes to the communities that look like me, that are Black like me. Well, they ain't like me, but they look like me. They got Black skin like me. It really makes me sad. I was really sad watching her video this morning. But yeah, I ain't got nothing but I really do wish y'all the best of luck. You got the Somalis over there on lives, and on, if you follow me on Instagram and on Threads, Y'all have seen the video clip that I shared over there. You got the Somalis over there being disrespectful, talking shit, talking about Black people are jealous of them because in the last 30 years, they came over here and they were able to build businesses and they were able to become mayors and this and politics, da, 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 da. And we've been over here for 300 years and we haven't been able to accomplish anything but victimhood. Bitch, you coming in while the getting is good. We did all of the fighting for 300 years. If it wasn't for us fighting, us and our ancestors fighting for 300 years, bitch, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't have been able to come over here. And they love to throw up now, talking about we are Americans. Isn't the Supreme Court reviewing a case to overturn birthright citizenship? Isn't that what they supposed to be announcing on Monday, y'all? The Supreme Court, whether or not they are going to allow the Trump administration to overturn birthright citizenship. So all of you Somalis and all of you Arabs talking about, we are American citizens. We were born here, bitch. If the Supreme Court, who is in Donald Trump pockets, say come Monday or Tuesday that they are overturning birthright citizenship, ooh, I hate to see what's gonna happen. Because Donald Trump said y'all was garbage, Somalis. Donald Trump said y'all was garbage. Y'all country stinks. And he don't want you in this fucking country. That's what he said. And he meant that shit. He meant that. Was it racist? Absolutely. It was racist. But honey, that's what the president of the United States said about your community while you talking shit and being mad at Black Americans who are saying, I told you so, because we did tell you so. What need to be coming out of your mouth is, damn, Black Americans did tell us so. We told you for your own benefit so you can make an informed decision. That's why we told you. That's why we told you Arabs, because we don't have nothing against y'all. We don't have nothing against y'all. We were trying to educate y'all. But instead of listening to the group of people who've been here over 300 years, who know these demons better than they know themselves, you decided to side with white supremacy. You sided with white supremacy to bring hurt and harm and chaos to the Black community, Black American community. You will never be able to make me think any differently. Never. Never. Why else would you side with white supremacy? Because you thought it was going to be the Black Americans, because you view Black Americans as being beneath you. Somehow, some way, y'all missed that conference, some press conference. I don't know where he was speaking, where Donald Trump told all of these POC communities that birthright citizenship that y'all hang on to, that was meant for the babies of slaves. That's what Donald Trump said. It wasn't meant for y'all. That's what he said. But y'all didn't see that, but y'all love to hold on to. We've got birthright citizenship. Y'all love to hold on to it, but y'all missed that video clip when Donald Trump said it wasn't meant for y'all. It was meant for the babies of slaves, foundational Black Americans, Sulan. That's what that clause, that's who that clause was meant for. And I hate to have to always bring this up when we go live, but we have to keep this conversation at the forefront. That video that I shared with y'all yesterday, that Somali man talking about violence is coming to their community because of the people who are saying, I told you so. Bitch, we ain't got that kind of power. We don't have that kind of power. The reason violence is coming to your community is because you went into the voting booth and you voted for the violent one. You put the violent one in power. That's why violence is coming to your community. You think Kamala Harris would have used the office of the president to say your country stinks? You are garbage people. You're thieves, you're scammers, you're fraudsters. And you think Kamala Harris would have said, I don't want you in this country? Kamala Harris would have never done such a thing because she has compassion. She has empathy. She would have never done such a thing. But y'all went in and y'all voted for the one who has said this before. He called y'all countries shithole countries. Called y'all countries shithole countries. And y'all said, okay, he took a flight out over into Dearborn. They gave him all awards. He made all of these promises to them. Promises. Nothing in writing. Nothing in writing. Verbal promises. Exactly, Dominique. He said he voted for Agent of Chaos. He thought that chaos was going to be thrown our way because they view Black people as the lowest. And baby, I got 3 more years to run my mouth. It's not the people who are saying I told you so that's bringing violence to your community. You brought violence to your community. I voted for safety for your immigration status and your safety in this country. That's what I went into the voting booth to vote for. You went into the voting booth to side with violent white supremacists who have told you on more than one occasion that they don't like you. You didn't vote for your safety and your security and your immigration status in this country. So, yeah. I don't know about them voting for him for 3 times. Somebody said they voted. I don't know. I know they voted for him in 2024. After in 2016, he said their countries were shithole countries, told them all to go back to their own countries and build up their own countries. Ain't that what he said back in 2016? Ain't that what he said? Yeah, somebody said, excuse me, we voted to protect them and they voted to bring chaos to us, basically. That's what they voted for. Hold on, somebody's asking me. It's going. Can you still be friends with someone who voted for Trump? I can't be. Nope. I can't be. Because at a point, I mean, what they like to do is they like to say you're going to unfriend somebody or you're going to separate yourself from your family over politics. It's not politics. It's moral character. Politics is, should the government pay for health care or should the people pay for health care? That I can view as politics. Wanting to not provide free health care to all people when this country can more than afford to provide free health care to all people, but you won't do it because you don't want Black people to get free health care. And that's who the people you are siding with. Yeah, I don't want to have nothing to do with you. You want to take away my rights as a human being in this country. You're siding with people who want to take away my rights as a human being in this country. That's not politics. That's your moral character. And I don't want to have nothing to do with you. Because why wouldn't you want me to have health care? Why wouldn't you want me to have a voice in this country? Why wouldn't you want me to have fair pay? Why wouldn't you want me to have the same rights as you? Mm-hmm. Somebody said the Mexicans too. Yeah, back in 2016, he snatched them all up, separated the babies from the mamas, and the rumor is down there at the border, they were bringing these women in, forcing them to have hysterectomies and all of this stuff. And y'all forgot all about that. Y'all forgot he did all of that and then turned around and went and voted for him in 2024. Knowing he was that the one cruel person that was by his side when he implemented those cruel policies back in 2016 was slated to be by his side in 2024. And you went on into the voting booth and you voted for him again. Hey, Pastor Caldwell. And now that y'all are feeling the heat, now he's showing you what he told you. He told you he was going to implement the largest mass deportation here in this country in its history. He told you he was going to do that. He told you that he was going to bring back the Muslim ban. He told you he was going to do that throughout the campaign. He told you that the birthright citizenship was meant for the babies of slaves. And you thought that included you? That didn't include Black Americans, the descendants of slaves. That you thought that included you, the immigrant. We tried to tell you about Project 2025. Y'all said Donald Trump, so many people were down in my country. He said he don't know nothing about Project 2025 while I'm looking at all of these videos of Donald Trump speaking at the Heritage Foundation. I'm looking at pictures of Donald Trump on private jets with Kevin Roberts, the CEO of the Heritage Foundation. I'm looking at all of this stuff and y'all are telling me, yeah, I know nothing about Project 2025, as if Donald Trump has ever told the fucking truth. Somebody said the blue wave is coming in 2026. How about I'm just not 100% sold that there is a blue wave coming in 2026. I know we've had some successful elections the past few months. I'm still just not sold. I'm not sold that we're going to have a blue tsunami or blue wave in 2026. I'm still moving as if I'm trying to get everybody on board to get into that voting booth in 2026 to vote out Republicans because I'm not sold. I'm not. I mean, didn't you hear what the Somali man said in the video on yesterday? He said he has been a Republican for 25 years and he will continue to be a Republican after the head chief Republican told him that his country of origin stinks, after the head Republican said to him that they are scammers and fraudsters, after he said that they were a garbage people. He's still standing 10 toes down with being a part of that party. So I'm not completely sold that is going to be a blue tsunami. It's going to take work. Mm-hmm. And yeah, the guy, he was contradicting himself, the Somali guy in that video. He was contradicting himself. He said he had been a Republican for 25 years, but at the same time, at that press conference in November of 2024, he said the Democrats left us. So were you a Democrat in 2024 and the Democrats left you, or have you been a Republican for the past 25 years? This is why I said there's something up. And when I couple that with they know Donald Trump was an agent of chaos. You know Donald Trump is an agent of chaos, but you voted for him because you wanted affordability and you thought an agent of chaos was going to bring you affordability and was going to reduce the crime. You thought that by voting. Child, I can't. Oh, so a lot of people are feeling like me. They're not convinced that it's going to be a blue wave. Oh, I believe so. Hell of a, I didn't see the rest of your name. Hell of a, somebody said they voted to hurt us being Black Americans. Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. They don't like Black Americans, and why? We ain't done nothing to them. We have done nothing to them but try to survive in this country. We've done nothing to any of these POC communities, but they've all got a hatred for Black Americans in this country. Why? Somebody said they believe Dominique, the music lover, says they believe he's a plant. I believe some deals was made behind the scenes, but why would you trust a backstabbing, lying snake like Donald Trump? He's proven to you he's the snake. Remember that poem? Remember that poem he was saying out there on the campaign trail? I was like, he was telling everybody who he was. Good morning, Brandon. Good morning. Go pee. Go pee. He read the story. Every campaign stop, he read that story about the snake, the woman and the snake. And I was like, these fools, he telling you who he is. At the end, you knew I was a snake when you took me in. The Arab community out there in Dearborn and the Somali community out there in Minnesota, you knew his ass was a snake when you made whatever deals you made with him. Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can find it. We can listen to it right quick. Okay, here we go.
Who has heard the poem called The Snake? So I have it. Does anybody want to hear it again? You sure? Are you sure? Okay. So let's dedicate this to General Kelly, the Border Patrol, and the ICE agents for doing such an incredible job. All right? This was written by Al Wilson a long time ago. And I thought of it having to do with our borders and people coming in. And we know what we're going to have. We're going to have problems. We have to very, very carefully vet. We have to be smart. We have to be vigilant. So here it is, the snake. It's called The Snake. On her way to work one morning, down the path along the lake, a tender-hearted woman saw a poor, half-frozen snake. His pretty colored skin had been all frosted with the dew. Poor thing, she cried, I'll take you in and I'll take care of you. The border. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. She wrapped him up all cozy in a comforter of silk and laid him by her fireside with some honey and some milk. She hurried home from work that night, and as soon as she arrived, she found that pretty snake she'd taken in had been revived. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed that vicious snake. She clutched him to her bosom. You're so beautiful, she cried. But if I hadn't brought you in by now, oh heavens, you would have died. She stroked his pretty skin again and kissed him and held him tight. But instead of saying thank you, that snake gave her a vicious bite. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. I have saved you, cried the woman, and you've bitten me, heavens, why? You know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die. Oh, shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin. You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in.
That's you, Dearborn, Michigan, Minnesota. That's you. You knew damn well he was a snake before you took him in. That's you. And baby, I hear it is rough out there in Dearborn. I saw a video the other day. This man was in Minnesota and he's recording, and all of these green army military trucks are filing into the city. He told you who he was, Dearborn in Minnesota. He told you who he was. Y'all chose not to listen. Well, I listened. I knew he was the snake from decades. Oh, Lord, whiskey. So don't be mad with us, Minnesota. You're not receiving violence because we are out here saying, I told you so. You're receiving violence because you trusted a snake. You voted him into office. And now the snake is doing what snakes do. And all I've got to say is I truly wish you all the best of luck. I will be tuned in to see what the Supreme Court says come Monday or Tuesday about overturning birthright citizenship. Because, baby, if the Supreme Court overturns birthright citizenship, what did that man say? They voted for him because he was an agent of chaos. Baby, they getting ready to deal with some real serious chaos. On that note, y'all, I love y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with me for a few minutes this morning. I'm getting ready to go. I got a hair appointment. Gonna go let Narada love up on these locks. They are long overdue. Y'all have a fantastic day. Okay? Y'all be safe out there. Okay? All right, I'll see y'all later. Thank y'all for all of the love, the super chats, all of that. Thank y'all. Continue to share and repost my videos because I don't know what is going on. I'm telling you, every video I post, somebody lets me know that, damn, Tabitha, I was subscribed to you and I'm seeing that I'm no longer subscribed to you. That explains why the views have been off for the past few weeks. Okay? All right, I love y'all. Y'all be safe. Take care of yourselves.